G'day everyone, welcome to this marvellous stream. Who's here today? Got Adele, Sketty Nonna, it's good to see you here Nonna, Bunny Viper, and that's it so far. Well, such is life. How is everyone today? If I could get an AV check. And, hang on. Hello, Bunny, how are you?
Hi, how
Uh,
are you doing?
I'm getting there.
How's
The
your how's your leg?
foot's coming better slowly. And how are you going with your fever that seems to be lasting weeks?
It's not been so bad today. I'm hoping for none tomorrow because it's just been kind of mild and not as often.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me come up here like this. And I can't see chat. I can't see what anyone's saying. I don't think. Let me see.
G'day,
Well,
Dusty. G'day, Silver Creek. Good to see you here. It's all good, Bunny. I'm just happy to have you up anytime you like, any way you like.
thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm sorry I missed last time.
No, that's okay. When you're crook, you're crook. You can't do much about it. But kick things off, I'd like to thank everyone for showing up, and I would like to thank everyone for their good wishes over my little infected foot. It's put a crimp in things here for a while, but about time what, Adele? G'day, Yelling. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. As long as Grasshopper doesn't pop in. So what else is going on with you, Bunny?
Not a whole lot. We've got guys coming to fix the walls tomorrow. That'll be good. They'll get started on
Woohoo!
it. We had a flood in our bathroom. I had a major pipe burst when we weren't there. And we were gone a day and came home, and it had wiped out the lower half of the walls and half the house and ruined all the furniture. And so we've been living like gypsies. And there hadn't been insulation, in the lower. They cut out like the lower, oh, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet of the walls in half the house. So they're going to get started on that tomorrow, and that's a good thing. So we've got that going on. No exciting tanks like you, though.
Oh, you've got an exciting tank. I'm still waiting to see some action on the 180.
Yeah, I know it. I know. Boy, turn it right back around on me. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, it takes a lot for me. It's something that I could have done in a day or two, years ago. But now it's like, okay, well, because of how things are in the house, I have to move stuff, pull the tank out cockeyed, get behind it, and the first thing I have to do is put the backing on it. I bought one of those. It's like a frosted film, and it comes with a colored LED bar that changes colors.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
know what I
that'd look good.
mean?
Yeah, I do know
Um,
what you mean.
yeah, just something as a background that I could maybe change. But it's white and it has to go up. My walls are blue. If I wouldn't have equipment hanging in the back, it would look great just against the wall. Because the wall is like an aqua color in this room. So um, yeah, I have to get that up on there. It goes on the back, and then I have to like try the bulkheads on it, which I have no experience with. But I just have to mark them on the background and cut out that extra inch or two because I'm sure those bulkheads have to be right up against the glass. You know, you know.
Yes, they do because they need to be watertight.
Yeah. So that's the first thing I have to do, and then I know I'll push it back against the wall for a little while. It's gonna end up in the middle of the room. I have to keep it like probably wide enough for a full size ladder to fit behind. I bought a canopy for it too, so it's another 10 inches tall. And I don't know how I'm going to maintain this tank. I mean, it's got 3 glass lids on it, and they're heavy, and there's no holes in them to like drop food in. It's awful. So I'm gonna have to buy some polycarbonate and cut that. There's a lot of steps for it that would be easy, years ago, but now are a little more difficult and time consuming.
Yeah, just one job at a time, Bunny, and then things will happen.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. And I'm so excited for your tanks. They're beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Bunny.
Are you enjoying them?
I am. I'm a little bit annoyed that I haven't been able to start scaping the second one because of my foot,
Sure.
because I've been trying to follow doctor's advice and someone else's advice to keep off it.
Well, that's important. That's important. And in the meantime, it gives you a little extra time to think about your skate. That's something I've been grateful for, that this has taken so long, because I've worked out a lot of things that could have been real problems in my skate. But since I had the time to think about them, it gave me a chance to realize where I was screwing up. So,
Oh, I won't go that far. I know I probably will screw up somehow, somewhere. Um, but I've got a couple of good pieces of driftwood to go in, which are currently soaking in the bathtub, much to the missus' happiness,
yeah, the
along with a whole
sacrifices
heap
we
of,
make.
yeah, along with a whole heap of plants, some swords, crips, etc.
Do you have the plants already?
Yeah, they're in the bath with the wood.
Oh, with the wood. I see. I see.
And I went out to the LFS, whatever day it was, my memory's shot. And hang on, no, Dusty, I'm not awesome, but Bunny certainly is.
Oh, no. You're awesome. You are awesome.
G'day, Coro. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so I got a small piece of dragon stone to go in the tank, about 18 kilos, or
Wow.
40 odd pounds in the old scale.
That's going to be beautiful. I can only imagine, but it's a lovely combination of things. And tell
Yep.
me about your fish. Tell me what you have and what you're going to get. And
Well, Debbie's got her angels that'll go back in. Um, I've also got the Julie Corys, the albino Corys, some cherry barbs, and they'll all go back in. Some common plecos, they'll go back in. I got myself a set of what they call easy caves, which is a plastic rack of 6 caves for the plecos.
nice.
Um, Hang on, Bunny. We have a very special person in chat today,
Who do we have in chat?
Lady R.
All right.
Welcome, Lady R. It's good to see you here.
How's Asher? I'd like to know how her little dog is. Yeah,
I'll
you're
let you...
you're. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Bunny.
I was just gonna say your fish sound. It sounds like a really good collection of fish, and I love albino anything. I've got some bushy nose preckles. Pringles is what I'm thinking. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I think they might get soggy in the tank.
That's right. Fish would probably love them. Um, but I have some little albino plecos, and I think they're both female. And then I've got some heckelii. I'm not quite sure. Um, and they're called all kinds of common things, but I guess an Acara threadfin. Um, Used to be a
Yeah,
geophagus, then it wasn't. I don't know. Now it is. They do sift sand and stuff, just like my geos. But I would love to try red cherry barbs. I know you love those a lot.
yeah, they're a non-aggressive barb. The males really stand out with their bright red. Females are a bit drabber, but that's normal with fish. G'day, Steve C. Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, I just like the cherry barbs. They're a bit of movement in the tank. The wife is going to get a Christmas present from our son to go in the second tank.
Oh, what's
Three
she gonna get?
three discus.
Oh, wow. Wow, she'll love those, won't she?
Oh, she will. I don't. I think they're just floating dinner plates that don't do much.
I kind of agree, but they're awfully beautiful. They're really beautiful. I've seen some that, just really impressed me, but like there's a turquoise something. I don't know what the pattern is. It's the lines that wiggle all over them. There's a turquoise one that I love, and then there's one that's kind of a red and orange or an orange and yellow that I love. Um, they're really pretty, but yeah, they kind of bore me. Same as angels. Angels bore me too. They're lovely to look at, but it'd be nice if they did something.
Well, hang on a tick. I'd like to welcome Dennis Christensen to the chat.
Hey, Dennis.
Bwizzle's dropped in,
Be whiz.
and we've got Paddy just dropped in as well.
Ew, Patty. She's a
Um,
character, man. I love Patty.
she's good value.
Yeah. She'll give you
I'm,
shit and she won't take any, that's for sure.
nothing wrong with that. I am
Oops, I'm
trying to.
sorry. Can I say shit on your stream?
Honey, you can say whatever you like. I don't take this stuff, or I could even say I don't take this shit very seriously. As I said in the beginning, I'm only doing this for shits and giggles.
Well, there you go.
I've got no grand impressions, and I'm going to be a YouTube superstar with 10 million subs.
You are by next weekend. It's gonna happen.
No, it won't happen. But I don't care. I'm surprised I've got as many subs as I've got.
See, I'm the same way. I'm not trying to do anything. Like if somebody happens to ask, like my aspirations for my channel, it's funny to me because, well, I mean, it's not that I don't take it seriously for other people. It's just that I'm not trying to have a channel. That's just where I store the videos that I share with my friends. I mean, that's how I feel about it, and I love my friends and family. So it's just, and I was thinking this way of communicating with you right now, like with an avatar, is kind of like I'm holding my phone in my hand like a walkie talkie. It's like, it's amazing. We're halfway around the world from each other. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. It's amazing the people that we can associate with.
Yeah, it's great. It is.
No, Dusty, you'll get to 500 way before that. I think you'll be up to 500 next year as you're putting out quality streams.
And I would love to live stream too. That would be fun. I think it looks like a lot of fun. And I've really enjoyed when I've done it with other people. I really probably enjoy that more than doing my own thing. But I love to pop up now and then and say hello and visit, and it's fun.
Well, it is a good way to get out of your own head for a while as well.
That's for sure. That's for sure. The 60-gallon, it's a weird 60-gallon. It's like a tall or a show, or I don't know what they call it, but it's 4 foot by 2 foot by only a foot deep. I guess it kind of pushes them more towards the glass. I mean, towards the front. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it after I move on my fish. I've thought about dropping the water level and putting sticks in there and keeping my archers in it. I've thought about glowfish even because I love them. Um, I've thought about putting a bunch of. This is where I really my head keeps sticking is to put some Vallisneria in the back and get about like 200 neons. I've always wanted neons. I've loved them since I was a kid, and I've never had a single one. So that's kind of ridiculous.
Yep, they'd go well in there. And you know what I think would go well in that 60?
What's that?
Your Achilles.
Oh yeah, they would. I'm gonna move a bunch of them over to it.
Just not with any Kubertai Rasboras.
No, sadly no.
Oh,
I'm thinking of moving them. My pea puffers are waiting for their trip to their new mommy, which is Lady Rorschach.
yep.
She's getting my little pea puffers, and I'm going to move a bunch of my killies over into this 29. I've got them in a 20 long right now, which they love the setup, but I'm going to move some over here because I'm getting, well, I had a few fry, but I sold most of them this past year on Skipper's auction. And I had like 20 fry, and I kept a few, but I didn't keep enough. And I'm sure they'll start producing again soon, but I need to get some new blood in there too. This year they've only had one set of babies. I don't want them to have more sets of babies. I want some new blood. Killies are awesome. These are my first killies that I've ever had, and they're the only ones I have, but they're awesome. They hover. They're little predators. They'll come up to the glass. They're really neat fish. Yeah. Is your leg doing okay? Uh-oh. I can't hear you, Mark. I don't know if anyone else can.
Because I'm
There
an
you
idiot.
go. There you go. There it is.
I moved the cord and hit the mute button.
Oh, oops.
Yep, I know. Don't touch them buttons.
That's right. I was sitting here trying to figure out what I'd done. I was like, oh no, I've turned him off, but I could see that I was still talking, because the little light dances around. But yeah. Okay.
G'day, Bruiser. Welcome into the stream.
Bruiser.
Yeah, so I'm going to start dropping the wood with some Java fern on it into the tank today.
Oh, good.
I'll
What
just do it.
substrate do you have down?
I've gone dirted tank
Oh, nice. Okay.
with about a 3.5 inch sand cap.
Okay. Is this your first dirted tank?
It is.
Ooh, I'm excited. You can tell me about it. That's awesome. I have sand in most of mine. Yeah, I've got some fortified gravel in one. It's really nice. I can't think of the name of it, and I know it's pretty much BS, but it has a bunch of fertilizer and stuff. So when you plant your plants, the little pea gravel, it's little river gravels, real tiny little river gravels, and kind of grays. That's a nice thing. But yeah, I always wanted to try dirted, and I thought about it, but I have these geos, so I can't do it in this 180. I'll be real excited to see how it works for you.
Yeah, I did think of the geophagus, but with dirted tanks and that, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it won't work.
No, and even stones are going to be difficult. I've thought about that. I can't have any stones sitting on top of the sand because they'll just move the sand till the stones shift. You know.
And if they move enough sand, the stones will fall and crack a tank.
Well, that's right. I'm going to put the light diffusing panel down to handle some of the weight of some of the rocks I'm using. I won't use many, I don't think, but they will be heavy. They're going to have to be big because I'm going to put them in first where they sit directly on the bottom before I add sand.
Yeah, I use that in the African cichlid tank before I put all the Texas Holy Rock in, light diffuser or egg crate.
And it's worked out well for you?
So far, so good, because there's about 150, 160 kilos of rock in there.
Yeah, it definitely helps to spread the weight, so that's a good thing. I think I'm doing mine. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just having a swig of tea.
Oh, I think I'm gonna do mine kind of like a river bottom, because of the kind of fish I have. I'd really love to put a bunch of plants, but I have to rehome a severum first, and that one fish, he's lovely, beautiful fish, but he needs to get out of here. Shipping him is going to be so expensive. I just don't know if I can ever afford to do it, but yeah, like a river bottom. I've got a really cool piece of big twisted driftwood, and I have some cypress roots that I probably will use because they're supposed to be over 100 years old and they're gray. So I think any juice is, gone. Anything that would have been in them, cedar or cypress, well, I think cypress is okay. I can't
Yeah,
remember, but not
not sure.
cedar.
Yeah, I'm not sure about cypress or cedar or any of those.
Not cedar for sure because it has the what do they call them? It's got the resins in them, you know.
Yep.
Uh,
And as far as your Severum goes, my offer still stands if you ever want to ship it to Dusty.
oh, I forgot about that, Mark. Um, that's very kind of you. Thank you, and I'll give that some more thought. Then I really had forgotten all about that. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, I'll keep that on the back burner. Thank you.
But there's a cost to it, of course.
Yeah.
Yep, a couple of good videos on you setting up the new tank or the tanks rescaping and such forth.
Yeah. I'd like to. I'm not sure. I kind of wanted to do a fast forward film of me trying to work on this thing. I've tried. I thought about maybe taking pictures and turning them into a slideshow for part of it. I don't know a lot about video editing, or that's why mine are so simple because I figured out how to do those things. Like I can add music to it, but it kind of sucks. I don't have the right. I need a different program, and I need to pay for one. I just don't know what to use. Where you can use their music, where you can use it on the one I've got, but it's just kind of difficult to find things, and it's not the best setup. And then I know how to, or I did know how to put some text on the screen, but I'm not sure I remember how to do it, but I think I do. It was pretty easy. I don't know how to do it on pictures. You and I were talking about that for avatars.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it on pictures. Keystone Clash, and I have a feeling it was Scotty, actually Scotty. They wanted my avatar because I'm going, and they put it on there for me. And I mean, he did it in seconds because he sent me a proof like right after I sent him the picture. So it was really easy for whoever did it. It was just like no problem. So I'd like to learn to do it too, Mark. I understand. I'm not very good on computers at all.
No, I can barely fly them. This is about the limit of my technical expertise.
Well, you're doing all right. You're doing all right.
Yeah, you're saying that to the person that muted themselves without even knowing it.
Well, how would you? That's cool. Oh, I can see chat now. Like my avatar and stuff still on the screen, and that still looks like it looked to everybody else, right? I'm not secretly on camera or something stupid, right?
Oh, I wasn't going to tell you that you were on camera.
Stop it. Oh my gosh. Well, I get what I get then. I swear. Yeah, I can see chat, but then I can't see you. So I have to choose. So be nice to me or I'll just read chat.
Yeah, read chat, bunny. I don't care.
Well, I like seeing you, and I appreciate you letting me come up like this. I know it's kind of lame, and but I did want to be up there. I did want to, I wanted to be up there with you and say hi, and I hated missing the other time. But you understand how it is when you're. I forgot what you said. I said sick, and you said you called it something you can't help when you're, I don't know, tore up or worn
Yep.
out or something. You said, yeah,
Good
I'm
morning,
kind of
Craig.
busted.
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I don't know what I did to me foot, but I picked up a bug somewhere, somehow. But it's improving. That's all that
God,
matters.
well, gosh, it looks so painful. Just looks so awful. I feel so bad for you. I just know that hurts.
That doesn't hurt that much now if I keep off it mostly.
Well, that's
That
good.
that's why I'm going to take it slowly, setting up the scape in the second tank, and which is probably a good thing because I won't go at it like a bull at a gate.
Right, right.
Put the wood in, look, think, adjust, think, adjust, think. When I'm
There you
happy,
go.
attach the Java fern to it,
That's
and
fun.
and then drop the rock in. Well, not drop the rock in because it'll go straight through to the sump. Place the rock in.
It,
No, I'm not elevating, Coro. My foot is on the floor at the moment. But the good
mm-mm-mm.
news, it's cold tiles, so it's helping.
But when you get off of here, will you rest it for whatever 20 minutes or half an hour before you go scaping on stuff? That'd be good.
Yep, I'll have a little bit of a break. Um,
Good.
get a few laughs from George's stream.
Oh yeah, okay.
Um,
You know, another thing that holds me up with this 180, and you're gonna laugh, but I'm scared of the sump. I don't know. I don't know how it works, although I've been trying to figure it out. I've never had one. I've never been around one. Um, I think I've figured out like the two motors that are sitting in the sump are attached to tubes, and those tubes get attached to these other things. What do they call them? I think Custom Aquariums names them stuff. It does stop. It's supposed to stop it from flooding over for one thing. Siphon stopper is what it's called. And I
yep,
think that oh, it is, and then it pumps water from the sump into that, and then that makes your current, right?
yep, and it
Okay,
keeps the flow going.
okay. And then the other thing, the other part, I forget what they call it. They have a special name for it. It's the box that hangs on the back, and it
The
has your
overflow box.
yes. Okay, that's the part that kind of scares me. I know there's a different kind of tube. I know it goes onto that. I don't know where it goes into the sump. I guess maybe in a sock. Does it go sit down in the sock?
Basically, all the overflow box is for is for your out water to come out and back into the sump,
And then where
and
does that tube go?
that tube goes into your first chamber in the sump,
Okay, yeah, so it's going to go
um,
through the socks on mine.
through the
Okay,
sock or the sponge or whatever you set up.
okay,
And then,
yeah, yeah, okay.
depending on the design of the sump, you then have your media.
Mm-hmm.
I use I think they call them Baku logs, or they're about 8 inches long.
I had bought a
Uh,
bunch of, I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, go ahead, Bunny.
I had bought a bunch of lava rock I was going to put in it. And I thought that was great. A lot of surface area and all of that. But the thing is, when I do have to clean it out, which I know won't be that often, it'll be really difficult to deal with a giant pile of lava rocks for me. So
Yep,
I was thinking I would fill it up with those scrubby things. That's the latest thing I've been thinking about. Those little plastic dish scrubbers. Just go to the dollar store and buy a million bags of, three in a bag kind of situations, or see if I can find them somewhere else in bulk. You
yep,
know what I mean? Those little pot scrubbers.
yep. I do. But if as long as you maintain the sock, which is basically replacing it every day or second day.
Not in here, I won't be. No, I'm supposed to. I'm not sure how often I'm supposed to replace that sock, but they're $25 a piece. It's
No,
got two.
you don't throw them away, Bunny. You take them off, chuck them in the washing machine, clean them while you put another one on.
Okay, well, it's got two, so that's helpful.
Yep.
Um, yeah, when my tank came in, the canopy had drippy paint on it, and it irritated me. For I almost didn't say anything, but then I was like, "BS, man! I paid a fortune for that tank, ridiculous." And I called the company. I was like, "Nope, unacceptable." So they asked me if I wanted paint or socks. Well, I wanted to paint it and get it right, so that's what I had them send me. Of course, that never got done. So it's not that bad. You can only see it in certain light. I just was disappointed in the company for that part of it. And he was real upset too, as you can imagine. Um,
Yep.
so I was glad about that. But I should have gotten the socks. And of course, they told me I have to replace them. And I knew better just from working on smaller aquariums and stuff. You rinse the filter media out. So I'm like, okay, you take you sponges, you take those socks out and you rinse them out. But I didn't know about a washing machine. I didn't think about a washing machine.
Yep. I don't know how long you'd get out of the socks by running them through the washing machine, but it'd be enough to keep the job done. And you can buy replacement socks on Amazon, and I don't think they're anywhere near $25. So they do the job. Yep, I haven't muted myself again. You still there, Bunny?
Hear me?
Now I can hear.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what happened.
Uh, you were touching buttons as well.
Probably. Didn't mean to. Didn't mean to. Sometimes my finger bumps the screen.
It's all good. Morning, Salient. Welcome. Good to see you
Hi.
here.
Hi, Jesse. Well, I
But
appreciate your help there, Mark, because, now that I've had somebody to talk it through with, I think I understand. The only part I have a problem with is that overflow box. The pipes go in there, and I'm not sure how they go. And also, there's two holes drilled in it, in the bottom of it, but they only gave me like the part that has the valve on it, the valve to cut that off. They only gave me one of those. So that means there's another hole in the bottom of my box, and I don't understand that. So I know there has to be another piece or something that I need. It can't
yeah,
just be
normally
open.
normally you have your outflow pipe, which runs straight to the sump, and you also have an overflow pipe. If the water in that box gets too high, it has somewhere to go before splashing out onto the floor.
Right, right. Well,
And
it's
it's
got.
normally an inch or two taller, depending on how big your overflow box is, than the outflow pipe. And you can just use whatever PVC for the job, as long as it
They
is a
sent
tight fit.
those. Yeah, they sent those parts. But see, on the bottom of the box where where the tubes come out, the hoses come out, there's two holes drilled. But they only sent me the stuff to shut one of them off.
Yep.
So I have to figure out how to cap that other hole. I'm going to call the company and ask them because there's another little piece or part you can buy, and that's probably it. I probably was supposed to have ordered it and didn't.
Yeah, that's probably the overflow pipe.
And then the configuration inside, I'm not sure how to do, but I know there's videos on it. And on top of it all, Misfit has offered his help to me, bless his heart, like he doesn't have enough going on. So I appreciate it and will probably use his help. But I understand a lot more now through talking it through with you. And I appreciate that very much. That it helps take away a lot of stress. This tank has caused me a lot of stress, not knowing what to do. My fish are growing, you know, it needs to get on with it. So I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, I'm always here, Bunny, if you need any ideas, or my knowledge is not all that great with them.
They're fine, and I appreciate it.
But I have learned something. Um, very little, but something. But once you get a sump running, it's pretty much self contained. It just keeps going and going.
How often do you, well, I guess that's kind of an up in the air question. I started to say, how often do you have to really service it? But that's going to depend on your bio load and all that. So it's going to be heavily stocked. It is already, and
Yeah,
I'm going to add a few things. So I have to kind of look at what I've
of
got
course
and
you are.
refigure their measurements, their full adult measurements. Most of them will be about 6 inches long. I do have a Balzanii female. Do you know that fish?
No, I don't.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yes, Nathan, that is the one and only Bunny Viper
Oh, hi,
who's joined me in
Nathan.
the stream today.
Hi, Nathan. No stickers yet? Doggone it, man. That boy, I sent his stickers, I don't know when, a long time ago. And I think somebody took it because, well, you've seen, I think, no, I had to send yours in a brown envelope.
You did, yes.
Normally, yeah, I send a fancy envelope and I have a wax sealer and all that where I put my initials, and it was fat, because it was stuffed with stickers. And I wonder if somebody didn't steal it thinking it was something good, some money or something. I don't know. But he hasn't gotten them, and that's really irritating. So we're gonna try to get him some more here soon if he didn't hear from the week by the weekend. Yeah, that's a drag.
Yeah, as I said to you, Bunny, if you want any stickers to come, oh, no,
There
you're
you go.
back.
There you go. Phew.
Um, if you need anything back, I do have spares that I got from Eduardo and ABC Kenny, and I'll be happy to
Okay.
send them to you if you like.
Okay. Well, I may not. A lot of people send. Most people send two. And so I had doubles, and I've got some triples of some things. And like his second batch, I told him it won't be as good as his first batch, but it'll be pretty decent. It'll get him started, with a collection. And yeah, that's really nice of you, though. Thank you. And if we get desperate, then I'm gonna try to collect some more. I'm gonna go ahead and send him what I've got, but I'm gonna start reaching out again and get some more stickers so I can do this for some other people too. Because you enjoyed it, and I think that's really nice, and I enjoyed it a lot. Sending them to you and fixing them up for Nathan. So that's a joy for me to do. It's fun with stationery.
Yep. If you enjoy it, keep doing it. And
Yeah. Yeah. And I love to share. I love to share. Yep. So Eddie came home. For anyone who's following the dog drama, Eddie came home. He was out running around for 6 days. Normally, I've never had dogs in my life that we've let run around. Never, never, ever. I think it's irresponsible on many levels, and just it's not for us. But we live in the country, and it's different out here. Mostly dogs roam around. These two dogs were strays, and they came up, and so we got them dog houses, and we medicate them, and we take them to the vet, and we've had them stitched up, and so we took them on, but we can't integrate them with our pack. So we've got a bunch of older dogs that need to die off before these can really live in the rest of the house. But Eddie came home, and
that
yeah.
sounds a little bit harsh, Bunny.
What?
Oh, we're just waiting for him to die off.
I'm not. It does sound harsh. Listen, there's 8 of them. Somebody needs to die off. No, there. When the time that we started adopting all these dogs, there was a series of people dumping puppies up here on our corner, and me and my mom were both new widows, and so we were just brokenhearted, and these poor little abandoned animals, and it just went on, and so we brought them all home. We ended up with a herd of dogs, and but at that time, a lot of them were the same age and that kind of thing. And so now it's 10 or 12 years later, and so we're gonna unfortunately kind of get a lose a bunch kind of all at one time. I'm afraid, or pretty close together. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm not hoping for it. It's just gonna happen. I joke, but that's because it's a heartbreaking subject. So yeah, my old boy Rudy in here, best dog I ever had. And not to stir up controversy, but he's a half pit bull and a half something else, like a black and tan coonhound or something. He's the smartest, sweetest, funniest dog I've ever had in my life. And bless his heart, he's so old. He gets around and he still gets happy. So as long as he still gets happy, I'm down with that. But his little eyes are all clouded, and you got to yell a little louder for him. you know, I'm gonna miss that dog. I'm gonna miss him a lot. And he's the last dog I had with my late husband too, so that's rough. I've lost the others already. So he's
Yep.
one more link in the chain that gets broken. But you can't really think like that. It's just sometimes I do. It's just one more sadness. I don't want to lose this dog. And meanwhile, they go spend the night with Grandma back in the other half of the house, and I bring in the strays when it's cold or rainy or snowy or scary or whatever. They come in the room and lay down. But there's some behavioral issues that I have to work with. And I bought some doggy downers. I bought some hemp treats that I give the strays when they're inside. And it helps them chill out a little bit. And it gives me time to kind of train them. But, this one dog I don't understand. And so we're kind of trying to figure him out. Sometimes he won't let the other dog outside. Like, I'll open the door to let them go outside, and he'll block the door and growl. Like, it's a serious thing to him. He's not letting this other dog go outside. It's just like they're bullying for who's the top dog, I guess.
They will do that.
Yep. And I've got news for him, because whoever wins this is not, we've got a whole house full of other dogs they're going to have to deal with eventually. Some of them. So they better get in line. So I'm working on that. It's something I'm working on. And unfortunately, because they do run, there's people down the road that teach them other things. Like, we try really hard to teach him not to jump, But another man encourages it. He likes him to stand up and put his paws on his chest. We teach him not to go out on the road, but the other guy has him run down the road with him in his golf cart. So it's difficult,
Yep,
you know.
getting mixed messages.
He is. And even people
Salient, I
down
do
there are
put out
feeding
some
him.
videos.
Yeah, yeah,
Not a lot, but some.
sure. Yeah.
I don't know if you can still see chat there, Bunny, but Craig says his opals arrived today.
Oh no. Oh no. Yay. Oh man.
Keep your
Man,
hands in
opals.
your pocket, Bunny.
Oh man. Oh, I couldn't. I'd have to hold them. I'd have to hold them. Opals are magical. I had a black Australian opal one time, and it was set in a cross, and somebody gave that to me. It was a family friend at that time, gave it to me, and I must have been 13 because I lost it at my uncle's funeral in the funeral home, and nobody gave it back to me. So whoever our friends and family were, somebody stole it, instead of turning it in. And my first job, my first paycheck, I bought my mom an opal ring. It was like $70. It was very small opal. It was very pretty though. I don't like the pale ones, the ones that are pale and milky. I don't like that. I like the dark, vibrant ones. And I love the reds, but some of them have more red in them than I like. I like the ones that really shine blue and green. That's just magical. It looks like Aurora Borealis to me. It's like the whole universe, in a stone.
Yeah, I think more of Aurora Antarctica, I think they call it, the Southern Lights,
Yes. Yes.
which you can sometimes see from Tasmania.
Can you really?
Yep,
Wow.
not that I've been lucky enough to be in Tassie when it's worked, but that's life.
Well, unfortunately, we can't get to go everywhere we want to go. That's a drag. Too bad we're
Yeah,
not all just, endlessly wealthy because that's all it takes is money. Lots and
yeah,
lots
well,
of money.
I haven't been everywhere, but I'm trying to get everywhere I want to go.
You've traveled a lot, though, haven't you? Where all have you been?
Uh, been to Singapore, Malaysia, Penang. What's the name of the bloody country? Little Islamic country on the corner of Malaysia. No, I can't think of the name. Where 99.9% of the people live in almost poverty, and the Sultan's got a gold coated palace.
Oh my gosh. That's shameful.
It is the way it
Absolutely
is.
shameful.
Been on to the west coast of the US a couple of times. Been to Las Vegas.
I've never been to Las Vegas.
That was for the missus.
That's
Um,
cool.
did a chopper trip from Las Vegas out to the Grand Canyon.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh man, it sounds fun.
Been to Morocco twice.
Morocco?
Yep, North
Oh
Africa.
my, I love the stuff from Morocco, like their, I don't know, like vases and pots and tapestries and that style of thing. I've always loved that. And candles, like they make all kinds of luminaries for candles that are punch tin, and oh, I love that stuff. It's beautiful. Wow, you've
Uh,
really you've really seen the world, haven't you?
yeah, getting there. I've been to Europe, Belgium, France, Germany.
Golly.
Yeah, hang on. Belgium, France, Germany, Amsterdam, of course.
I've been to Amsterdam.
Went to coffee shops, but never had a coffee.
Nope, me too. I had to do
Um,
that. You got to do that.
yeah, Germany, Austria,
Austria.
Hungary, Poland. Poland was a special trip because I wanted to visit one place. Not a happy place, but a place I had to visit just to pay respect, and that was Auschwitz.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful of
Um,
you.
In Poland, we visited a church, and the whole interior is made up of human bones from plague victims.
And this was where in Austria? I
No,
mean,
that
in
was
Poland.
in Poland.
Poland.
Been to the Czech Republic. Yeah, done quite a few. And of course, me being me, everywhere I go, I have to try the local food.
Absolutely. Oh, the stuff you must have eaten. Wow. Wow.
Um,
And where are you going? You're going somewhere this year when you should be at the Clash. So tell us where you're going.
I wish I could make the clash, but we're doing 10 weeks
Awesome.
going to Turkey, where we're going to revisit the Gallipoli Peninsula for Anzac Day dawn service. We
Wow.
we went to the centenary in 2015 because I told Debbie that if I was alive when that happened, I was going. End of story. No arguments. I've always been interested in history and military history.
Oh, you would have liked my father.
I think I would have, Bunny.
Yeah, my dad was a neat guy. But he was career army, and he loved military. And when we went to, he loved history. I mean, military history especially, and American history, of course. But when we went to the Netherlands and lived there for a while, all the World War II memorabilia is a real big thing over there, and you can find a lot of amazing things. And he had a lot of amazing things. He had the original flag that hung in Himmler, not Hitler, in Himmler's office. That thing was, gosh, 12 feet tall by I don't even know how long. And it had a serial number on it. And my dad checked into it before he bought it. And that's the flag it was. The German government tried to buy it back, but my dad wouldn't sell it. And knowing my father at some point in his life, someone probably admired it a lot, some dear friend of his, and he gave it to them. Probably.
Yep.
Probably so. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. It's how I show love. It's how my father showed love. By he gave me things because he didn't know how to express, his emotions. So like I had pneumonia one year really bad and almost died when I was a kid, and he brought me home a dove, a live dove, and I had that dove for 20 years, a ringneck turtle dove, sure did. And then another time I remember I got chicken pox and I had wanted Domino Rally, which was a domino play set, and we couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford that stuff. It was expensive, but it's the kind of thing that my dad will go out and do because he tries to show me that he loved me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Doing
Yes.
things like that is a male thing.
Yeah, true.
We do
Some
find it
some
hard
males.
to enunciate our emotions in non material ways at times.
Well, as long as you have a good woman who's not, using you up for all your material things, that's hard to find in the world too.
Oh, I have found a good woman, but
You must have. Y'all been together a long, long time.
it'll be 44 years in December.
Yeah. See, that was my parents as well. That's amazing. How old were you when y'all met? How old was she?
She's 2 years older than me.
Oh, older woman.
Yep, I like the older women.
That's nice.
I'm learning. I'm learning to love the younger women too now.
Oh, you better stop it. Don't love them too much.
No, it could get me into strife if I do.
Boy, strife ain't the word. Get you into murder is what it get you into a body bag.
Um, but yeah, my trip this year, we're going to Turkey. Going to do a tour around Turkey. Off to Egypt. Wife's always wanted to go, and yep, fits in with my love of history.
Sure. Oh, I'd love to see Egypt. Well, you get to see things like Tutankhamun and all that. We all go to museums while you're there and see that kind of thing. Treasures.
In 2 words, hell yeah.
Awesome. I always love to do that as well. I always love to go to museums.
Yep. Mrs. hated me when we went to Rome because I went to every museum that they had.
Oh, I bet.
By the end of the trip, she was sick of museums. But
I bet that too.
I also dragged her to the Colosseum, to the Forum,
Bless her heart. Boy, she sacrificed on that one, didn't she?
um, to quite a few restaurants for some Italian food.
I always
Um,
wanted to go to Italy for the artwork, in the buildings, architecture.
but I did compromise. I let her take me to the Vatican City.
You didn't want to go?
No, you know my thoughts on religion.
I see. Sure.
Um, but
Well, was it worth seeing anyway? Was it worth seeing? I mean,
it was worth seeing. And the funny thing is, we did that trip on the end of our first tour of Turkey. And we were wandering through St. Paul's Cathedral, or one of the cathedrals, I can't remember the names. And who did we bump into? Two of the people that were on the Gallipoli trip.
you're kidding.
No, it's an amazing small world at times.
It is. I've had similar experiences. It really is very weird.
G'day Sharpie, Prince of Plecos, Baron of Bristlenose. Good to see you.
Hello, hello.
And
Sharpie calls me Bun Bun.
anyone that hasn't seen Sharpie's channel, do go and watch his lives. They're a great
Sharpie's
boost. They're good
Sharpie.
fun.
Yeah, Sharpie's great. We love Sharpie. My archer fish see something on their glass lid, and so they're spitting. The water level's down about 2 inches. My dehumidifiers work pretty well, and they're spitting at the roof. And it gave me an idea. I was thinking, I could clean my lids off really well and do a nice clean tank, get the glass spotless on the outside too, and set up my camera, drop that water level, and then take a cricket, live cricket, and on the outside of the tank, like stick him to the glass with a little bit of honey or something,
Yep.
where he could just wiggle and not go anywhere, and put him up there for them to spit at and then try to film it. So I might do that because it's really fun to watch them spit. They learn from each other. I've studied them a little bit, and little babies will go up and watch adults and do it, and they will do it quickly. They learn accuracy very quickly because of the way their eyes are built.
Yep.
Because
G'day Boots, welcome to the stream. And g'day Ian Atkins, good to see you here as well.
oh, Ian's my pet. He's the mascot of the fish fam. Yay!
And I don't know if you can see chat, but Sharpie sends hugs to you, Bun Bun.
Oh, thank you, Sharpie. Hugs back to you, sweetheart. That's sweet. And thank you,
Anyhow,
because no, I'm not reading it.
anyhow, I'm going to end this soon because we've got to give people a chance for a beverage break and a toilet break before George starts his fishy dad jokes.
See, you're so sweet. That's how considerate and thoughtful you are, Mark. And that's one reason why people love you. You're going to end your stream earlier than you have to so everyone can have a break. You're a lovely human being.
No, definitely not, Bunny.
You
I'm
are. I don't
no, I'm
care.
not. And Steve C. Big Shrimpin says he's 100% getting arches because of you. But I can understand that. I'm also getting orange Venezuelan Corys because of you, Bunny.
Oh, they're beautiful.
I seen them on your channel and I thought, yes, that's what I want.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful group. I got them from Lady Diane. They're a beautiful group of fish. They're very orange. And thank you. I'm glad they inspired you. That's fun. And Cory cats are so cool.
Oh, yeah, I love Corys.
I have 3 kinds. Those longfin ones from Foxy are amazing. If you guys are ever interested, man, if you haven't seen them, check out my channel. Go look at my channel. But go check them out and get some from Foxy and Peplin, man. They're absolutely amazing fish. Their fins are incredible. It's a long-finned Cory.
Yeah, that's a sad thing about living in this backward part of the universe. You can't get any of the good fish from Dan's or Foxy.
That's too bad. It really is. And they cost y'all a fortune. All your fish cost so much. $250 pea puffers. You can get them here for $5. It's crazy.
Yep, but it is what it is, and now you just take it as it comes and get the fish.
I'd be breeding fish. I'd be breeding fish left and right, and I'd sell them for half price what everybody, all those stores are selling them for. You know it?
Whoa, Dusty just got 50 peacock cichlids today.
Wow. I'd hate to do that unboxing. I've thought about that with my neons. I wanted 200 neons, and I thought, you don't want them all at one time.
Oh, Julie's a pretty little Corey's there, Nonna. I had 6, I've got 4 left, and I'm going to get more to add with the new tank.
Did you decide if you were going to get some Denison barbs?
I'm
The
almost
Roseline
convinced I
shark?
will.
I'm sorry,
Um,
what?
yeah, I'm almost convinced I will, and I'm also going to probably get some rainbows, maybe a couple of different kinds to throw in. Just I want fish that move and swim and not just sit there like the discus and the angels. And
Sure, sure. The rainbows are fabulous. These are my first. There's some Abe's Creek Bosemani, and they're fabulous. I love them. I got Abe's Creek because they're more orange than reddish. They're orange, so they show up really well. And I'm gonna get some turquoise, I think, if I find I have more room in my tank. My big one. So yeah, I'm gonna get some more. Rainbow fish are great. You'd enjoy them, Mark.
g'day, Nano. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Nano.
Anyhow, Bunny, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It's always good to see you or chat to you.
Thank you. I had a great time.
Not a problem. Thank you for everyone who showed up and watched the stream. Um, Also, I keep forgetting, thank you to the replay crew, if any. And yeah, thanks for coming, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.